When Mr. Balanchine did this, he called myself and Diana 2 weeks before the company was to start rehearsing. And he said this pas de deux had taken him the longest time to create in his entire history. I mean, when I was working with him, he'd be working on 4 different ballets simultaneously. He said, this one has to be right. And that's why this particular pas de deux is like in the vanguard of what we call neoclassical style and technique. And we never heard the orchestral score. We just heard just the piano score. And it was told, well, I'm very good at counting, so it was made to keep the pulse and the counts going at the same time. And I remember when we had the first orchestra rehearsal, it was just like all this cacophony of sound. And everyone was looking for something with a theme, but there wasn't that kind of theme. It was a pulse. It was the syncopation that was most important. And even today, when you get an orchestra to play it, they're involved with the sounds. Ah, ah, e, ah. And so go ahead. Ah, e, ah. Ba-dee-ah. Bon, ah, e, ah. Because both he and Mr. Stravinsky were influenced by jazz, so that pulse was always there. Does that make sense? So that's why you've got to keep all this together, working together so there's an underlying pulse. And I remember the first matinee we did with the ballet, and everyone was very worried that the children would not understand it. The kids loved it more than the adults because their minds, like computers, I mean, something goes wrong with my computer, I call a child to come and fix it. You know. Put it and brilliant. It was just absolutely fantastic. But at the time that this was done, as I said, 1957, and Diana Adams, who was the ballerina that danced it with me, absolutely elegant, beautiful, but she wasn't a strong technician. And part of the success of the pas de deux is this tension between the two of them. But now all the young ladies want to do it on their own, you know. So there's no line to it. You know what I mean? There's no. When I say tension, I don't mean that kind of tension, but it makes the audience sit on the edge of their seat. E straight, ba-da, ba-da, ah. Toe, ah. You're doing both knees bent. Right, E, ah, right. Ah. No. That's just the toe stays half toe. D, ah, da-da. E, da, da, ah. Okay. Mr. Balanchine had hit, like we had bad knees and it was bad weather, and that's what he's. And he says, you know, I was walking down the street and I said, man, and that's how the opening of the men's dance came about. Well, he used whatever there was.